just such a cool background. Maybe there's something else I should have said. Definitely missed stuff. I guess that can be a separate video. Just finished recording something, by the way. You'll see it up sometime after the stream. Oh yeah, I've got to like put it on Discord or something. I forgot that I was starting to be responsible before it all ended.
I'm sorry, but what?
Oh yeah, sudden. Sorry, TC. Sorry, CT. Sudden stream. We're gonna say goodbye to Moon because Moon's gonna. Spoiler alert: Moon's gonna die. I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Bro, this stream title got me worried for a moment.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That's oh, that's so good. That's so, oh my god, that's so funny. You're gonna watch the video later and you're, oh, that's so funny. Anyway. Got Raid going in the background as always. We're gonna finish up Spearmaster, kind of. So what I'm trying for, right? Because I'm having time issues, basically. I want to finish things up, and then take possible future things one thing at a time, right? So we're gonna finish Rainworld. We're gonna finish Tunic. Not both today, but in the coming streams whenever they are. We're gonna finish Rainworld.
To part farewell, out of context is concerning as hell.
That's a good point. That's good. I mean, it'll make a lot of sense after you see what's gonna happen later. I don't know if you saw. I'm gonna upload a video shortly after the stream that I would recommend watching. It's gonna be first one in a while, I guess, of anything like its type. So we're gonna finish up Rainworld. We're gonna finish up Tunic.
Video.
We're gonna. I know, right? What is it? Rainworld, Tunic, and then. Burning Game. What's it called? What's it called? Little Inferno. We're gonna finish Rainworld, finish Tunic, finish Little Inferno, and the last, like, kind of outstanding things end up being Factorio, I guess Astroneer, which I kind of forgot about. It ends up being, like, Factorio, Astroneer, and Stardew, which we might just come back to periodically, and then, like, kind of refocus on those. But there's more context.
Rainworld and Tunic are the most interesting.
Yeah. There is more context in the video I'll be uploading afterwards. And that will explain a lot more in-depth the things I'm not telling you right now. So we shall do this stream, and we shall finish some games. And it's a very interesting feeling having just recorded that. Okay. Shall we continue? I don't remember where we were. To part farewell is such a good title. I always think of these titles literally like a moment before starting the stream. These don't get more forethought, so it's always good when we just see one.
I'm feeling it's about you in college or something.
Partially, but only partially. That's a bad start. How do I go up? The right.
No, I think it's a good start.
Me nearly jumping off a cliff cannot possibly be a good start.
And fuck, I forgot to take the same path you took.
I remember you said you were gonna do that. What do I do here? How long do we have in this day? Oh, there's a left path. I'm just stupid. This would have been so much easier. I know when Scurry came through here, there was only like one good path. There's no rot in Moon. There's lantern mice, but we don't have to deal with the big, spider-like guys. Spider? Why can't I just say
Mouse
rot?
food.
Also, what's in... Oh, you're right. I do need food. And that works. A green one now. I think there's a green spider in that spot.
Wanna know something I did right before this stream?
What? Another
so
spider
there was
there.
a goat outside.
A goat?
Yeah, no idea how there's a goat where I live.
I don't know what the path here is. Those are not reassuring sounds, though.
Apparently it's someone's pet since it got a leash. What do you mean this is the noise of a safe place?
Oh, god damn it. He instantly killed me. Is there no up from here? Is this a dead end? Surely not.
There should be.
I hope we don't have like a karma requirement. What is that? Why is it red? What? Don't trust the red. It wants to eat you. I mean, everything wants to eat you, so the red wanting to eat you isn't exactly news.
Pretty sure the red glow is just a glow.
Ridiculous. Couldn't be. on, buddy, out of the vents. So we'll try going the other way this time.
So sad we don't have our spacious inventory the other slugs have.
We're allowed to hold 2 spears, but only for like the first half of the campaign. Concerned by all the spiders. They are going to kill us rather quickly. No, I have really no idea what the way through this area is. I'm outside again. This is where we died last time. That's a whole plan?
We have no mouth, so no inventory.
Man, just pull that off the side. I'm sure he's fine. Have you ever heard of a man falling off a building and like telling you that? There's never been a guy who like claims he fell off a building and died, right? Damn it! I was really trying not to jump into his jaws. Random Miros vulture. That's so hard to counter. Hey, let me... Yeah, just fight the Iron Twins and raid.
Funny flying scissors.
Oh, there'll be another advantage. I don't have to worry about like music getting copyrighted on YouTube or anything. I can just listen to music. Where am I going? We're have to get food again every time.
So there was apparently a second assassination attempt on Trump.
I did hear about that, yes. And then they miss again. Like, come on, guy. I guess he didn't miss this time. I read about the guy. He seemed actually fairly rational. Like, he was just taking extreme action to stop, like he was a guy who voted for Trump before. And then everything he said was, like, nothing was incorrect. It was like he was worried about an imminent fascist overthrow of America, and so he wanted to take action. Given what Trump's done, it's not unreasonable. The guy seemed fairly rational.
I have no idea about it, didn't pay attention to it.
Just took extreme action. Basically, the guy was in the bushes of Trump's golf course. Really, like, questionable how he got there. Like, that seems like the obvious place to get him, so of course you would never let anyone get there, right, guys?
I can't believe they tried to assassinate Mr. Frog.
Damn it! Oh, I hit my head. Ah! I don't want this to take all day again. I do have things to do. We gotta finish Rainworld at some point.
Orange Lizard Heaven.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
I mean, considering how the CIA were on the first, were you really expecting them to act differently?
I don't think it was the CIA, it was the, who? Not the CIA. Who does it? Secret Service. Oh, there's a spider.
Secret Service?
I missed, but I still hit.
Not that secret if everyone knows who they are.
Almost secret. Service.
What region is this, by the way? It looks like the leg, but with orange lizards and lantern mice.
It's moon. Problem. It's lagging between each one of my traversals. That lag is getting quite bad. And it worked somehow. Swear to God. He's not just melee, by the way. He is like death cannons, so you gotta be very careful. Maybe he'll leave. Does he care? Well, that works. Don't know why it worked, but it worked.
Now you would think that a flying pair of scissors can't be killed by spears, but yet they got flesh.
They probably can be, you just gotta figure out how. Still pro. But we've gotta make sure. Gotta be very careful of the coalesce beads, because there's enough of them here that it could get me. There are so many spiders in Moon for some reason. Apparently I'm full.
Poor lantern mice.
Shouldn't have been nutritious. It's your fault for having meat on you, really. You shouldn't have had other cells to be alive. That's really, like, not my fault. Sorry, what am I supposed to do here? Is this a one-way? That's not possible. Ah.
Epic Parker. Should have been pure energy.
Oh, there's no entry from there. How did that work?
What's with iterators and having giant balls on their cans?
I can only assume it's some sort of sensor or something. This... That's a shelter, though. Don't, kids, look away. Jesus Christ, look at all that stuff I killed.
Yeah, sure.
Back to Karma 4.
You got the spider pregnant.
Oh, that's where the lantern mice came from. My pearl was in there. I swear to God.
I didn't know spiders gave birth to lantern mice.
Holy shit, and everyone's alive. That's so bad. I might have soft-locked myself. I guess not, because the coalesce beads aren't in there permanently. I need to get the pearl, though.
You just speared your wife, you monster.
God, they got me. Ah, this is a bad spot.
Yeah, it's a lost cause.
Get me out, you crazy bastards. Okay, under no
Yeah,
circumstances can we die. Or we're gonna end up stuck in there again. Country Roads has been, like, stuck in my mind for a little while now. Not really sure why.
Hardcore mode on.
Looks to the moon vents. Who's got the right armor? I need to do some farming and raid. You do scroll farming. I'm gonna max these two. Who do I need scrolls for yet? Probably you. My phone's also overheating for some reason. It's running one application and it's not.
Literally just Moon's version of exterior.
At least there aren't spiders here, but it's still death if we get caught out here. Oh my god. I bonked my head. Spearmaster comes all this way to deliver the message, and then just fucking dies. Because he bonks his head and moves. How am I supposed to get across that?
Try spear boosting. Oh well, 0. Try spinning, that's a good trick.
if I get freed? Well, if I were to have been freed... I hope I don't need karma to get in this at all. I think the green ones are only melee. The red ones have, like, stunning things, which are much more deadly. The red ones are the ones we're really concerned about. The green ones aren't as bad, because they are only, like, melee. It's just that if you kill them, the babies come out, and then that's a mess. No, what the fuck was that? Huh? He hopped! After all this, I still have to get out and back to comms arrays. Actually, isn't this it? Like, there is technically stuff after this, but, like, it's a shortcut from Moon to comms arrays, right? We can maybe finish this today. I'm not sure how much longer it is.
Do you think that since we're small, do you think we're as high up as the common house roof?
What? Oh, hello, New Days. I didn't know there was someone here. How long has he been here? Buddy, can you not? No, he asked for it.
I
Where
mean,
is that
we're
goat?
slugs and a lizard is taller than us, and in real life they're small, so we're small.
I mean, I don't know what their, like, cannon size is. They're as big as the Iterator puppets, which couldn't be too small, surely. So slug cats must be fairly big. No. No! God damn it, no! Fight over me.
What was your plan there exactly?
He was gonna leave and then I was gonna leave as well.
Scooby-Doo ass chase.
Fuck. God, I couldn't throw my thing. I'm dead now, permanently. The Scions get so much higher of a lethal chance. This is such a hard area. I assume it's the final area of the Spearmaster campaign, so it's supposed to be hard. Glad the green ones are mostly docile. Now I know there's a cyan over there as well. I mean, that doesn't make me too upset, seeing as the cyans are definitely my favorite. I have DRG on Steam now. There's so many games I've been waiting to play for so long. They're like only
Yeah, the
available
green
on
don't
Steam.
fuck with you if you don't fuck with it.
Very excited to be able to play a lot of those games. And a lot of them I haven't been able to play because I've been waiting to play on streams. I'm very excited to be able to play those. You'll know what I mean when you watch the video. I love that I get to play with this concept now. You'll know what I mean. Over the next couple streams, this is what I get to do constantly. Crap. And he's none the wiser.
Laptop streams.
That's what it would have to be, if we were ever going to do that. More Miro's bullshit.
How do you think a Rainworld VR game would work?
I don't know if it would. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my god, do not fall off the edge suddenly and for no reason.
Oh.
Come on, back on. I need you now more than ever.
Low gravity is a good sign.
Spontaneous and disabling of the low gravity is not, though. Looks to the moon. Abstract convergence manifold.
Remember, spear throwing in low gives boost.
spontaneously loses power.
Eat the brain cells.
There's an inspector right here.
I'm sure he won't mind.
Oh, up. How'd I miss that? I am peaceful, I swear. Do not murder me, please.
Note to self, you can't eat the brain cells.
Any one of these could be the last, one of those last ones of Moon's that's alive, right? Would you risk depriving her of more neurons?
You can only spear them.
Can I get food from them? I do actually need more food.
But spearing them is still technically eating. Also, don't worry about her neurons. Yet.
Yet. Look at he doing the smart. This looks familiar. Oh, I didn't know.
Get the glow.
God, don't put me outside. I swear to God, I'm so fucking pissed already.
Because the reason Moon has her neurons in every other Skugs campaign.
He's inside of me.
Hunter spoiler laughing.
Well, we get to go through it all again. Welcome to the moon vents. If you look to your left, you'll see pain and suffering, and if you look to your right, you'll see a giant death pit. Why is this? Yeah, sure. I can use this.
Free grenade on a stick. What are you playing on?
PS4. Grenade on a stick, grenade on a stick, does whatever an explosive spear does. Shoot it at a lizard, it's a war crime. It explodes, guy jumps off a cliff, grenade on a stick. God, why didn't they just make this in all the classic comics? Who needs like Superman and Batman and Spider-Man when you've got grenade on the stick?
Okay, well, if you're on PS4, then I can find struts ahem pretty relatable.
That was very close. I don't know why did he think I was like stunned? He just grabbed me and then tried to drag me off a cliff. The easier way anyway. Was it the easier way? Or the easy way? I guess I can hear. Just gonna ignore wherever that vulture is. Half the cycle is gone, and we're not even back inside the room yet. Great. I think this is a rain-proof area. God damn it, those don't look like shocking things.
Bro, doesn't he even know about the other path?
Is there a nicer path? If thou'st will guide me to the nicer path. What's the other path?
There is another path in the same room you were in before, Zappy room.
The top right, you mean? Like, just the right, you mean? Does that path get there, like, with less death?
That path is much safer having no electric coils. Top right.
Okay, got it. sir. That's you. Thank you very much. One of them killed me at some point. Remember I was here? Yeah, we go. Nobody's gone anyway.
Not to mention the lower right of that same room has a shelter.
That's nice. There's just a lot of yellows in the way. And, you know, Mr. Snaps over there. Oh yeah, I'm in there, buddy. Don't worry. Yeah, you're good in there, buddy. Yeah, fair enough.
Miro's vultures deliberately refuse to attack anything if it is not a slug cat.
God damn it. What do you mean?
No, seriously.
Really? Fight, fight.
Wrong way.
I'm just dead now. Sorry, that was the wrong way. That was, you know, when you said top right, I figured, you know, you meant top right. Let me out. So it's like up and then to the right, you mean? Or was I going the right direction from that spot? Do I go to the right? That
Go
room?
up then to the top right of the room.
Okay, I was going to the right too soon.
Up and to the right.
Thank you for your guidance, and welcome to the stream, Amherst. No. No. I'm not gonna deal with the blue. You might have to deal with me too. I'm gonna jump off the edge at some point soon enough. So is he.
Your help is very helpful as we don't know where to go. By that room I mean the one tall room before the room that leads inside Moon.
Right, this one, yeah. Or the next one. Which one? Which room? I'll pretend like I understand, and then just go from there.
I still don't understand why Miro's vultures attack only slugs. Okay, right way.
Oh, we never played Celeste. Maybe I'll play that too before the end of the game. What? Oh, God. That happens every time. Okay, we're gonna take the shortcut again.
It is just the higher room, you go right.
Okay, I think I understand. Here. Oh my God, there's a shelter right here. Yes, out of shelter hell. Look, I don't mind too much sleeping with a red corpse. It's just that, you know, after a little while of waking up in the same bed over and over again. It's like the guy from Next trying to defuse a nuke. but if he woke up with a corpse instead of a girl. How traumatizing would that be if you were just, for whatever reason, like, right, movie concept. Every day this guy wakes up with a corpse in his bed, and no one knows why. There's just some person's corpse in his bed every morning.
Okay, now just up and right.
What's that?
And you will be in Moon where the only hazards are inspectors.
So don't eat the neurons, or don't eat too many neurons, I'm probably fine. The inspectors only get mad if you actually eat the neurons, right? They don't, like, kill
Eat every brain
spontaneously.
cells.
Eat every? That'll definitely make them mad. God, have I missed that twice? On gravity.
Consume knowledge.
Whoop, there goes gravity. Is that part of the actual song? I don't know what that... Whenever I think of that song, you know what I'm talking about? All I think of is, like, Ethan Nestor from Unis Honest. You know, that like, Markiplier and a friend. I just think of that friend. Eating spaghetti or something. I promise there's context here, I just don't know where it is. Let me know if you find it. Full circle. After I told you guys to please use context, now I have to know context. What's up, buddy? I got a message.
He has vomit on his sweater already, mom spaghetti.
What? Is that the line? He has vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti? I'm sorry?
That is the line.
That's the line. How is that the line? What about the other one where it's like... Isn't it like, whoop, there goes Scabbity or something? That's a line, right? Like, oh, there goes gravity. Or is the line gravity? And I'm not being, like, original at all by saying, oh, there goes gravity. And it's just, like, a terrible joke. What? Hang on, what's happening? Hang on.
I am not looking up all of Eminem's song lines. We're
Fair
alone
enough.
and there's no inspector.
Hang on, someone just... I gotta read this. Listen, I'm all in favor of reducing car accidents. I think arson is a serious crime, and I'm a big fan of those no animals were harmed disclaimers at the end of movies. Uh-oh. The longer you have to wait for the butt, the worse whatever comes after is going to be. That's so
What?
good. Someone posted a meme. One of my friends posted a meme and said, "This is just Jack." And it's just them, like, listing out, like, I'm a huge fan of this, and no problem whatsoever with this. And then it says, the other stick figure thinks, uh-oh. And then the narration says, the longer you have to wait for the butt, the worse you know it's going to be. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm all for reducing car accidents, and arson is bad, but... He seems very adamant to get to me. This looks familiar from Pebbles. Oh, don't crash. Looks to the moon neural terminus. If I'm not mistaken, we can't actually access moon from here, though. Because this is entirely blocked. We're not really there yet. Do I go the other way? Is this gonna lead to the shockers again or something?
Hey, you wanna scale Moon's wall?
No. That sounds really hellish.
Also, this part is just shoreline looks to the moon.
I figured, yeah. Oh, do we have to? Is this where this is going? I know this part's the bit we see in shoreline. There's more. I feel like this is gonna bring me to the electric things. It hasn't so far, but we're definitely moving further from moon. Am I going the wrong way? I imagine I am. Oh, that's nice. I guess we're scaling the wall. Say Luna? Luna's a good name. Okay, here's something I've literally
Oh,
never...
don't worry, her wall is super short.
Okay. As long as it's not, like, deadly, too. Here's something I've literally never wondered until watching
Luna
a video
is here to
earlier
meet
today.
Moon.
Here to meet Moon. You guys swapped genders. What would your name be? Or what would your preferred name be, right? This is never something I thought of. And then I was watching, like, a gender oh, God. Like a gender identity dysphoria video today. About, like, how trans people, like, discover this stuff. That is suddenly very scary. Okay. And one of the interesting things that was brought up was, like, someone had mentioned, like, this is, like, thinking about being the other gender is something I thought about constantly, and I was very confused as to why other people didn't think this constantly, too. Very strange. I wonder what kind of things I think of that other people don't think of constantly. Genocide is certainly up there. Do you guys stress over the impending Third World War every day? How regular is that? Everything's shaking. That can't be good. How do I get across that?
No.
No? Wow. Oh, I think it's just raining below, that's why. It's also night. I mean, it's definitely you that's weird, not me, so.
It is nighttime.
That's very cool. To see it be nighttime. Like, that's not something we get very often.
Let's do an all-nighter.
You can see the green lightning under the other iterators. Iterators? I don't know why I said iterator suddenly. I think it's because that one guy who I keep... Das Zombies, who I keep confusing with Dosh. This is the iterators. Is this the comms array? This isn't the right comms array, right? Oh god.
MMESMR Rainworld.
Mr. Rainworld.
I thought the final part was at Sky Islands.
It's Sky Islands? That also kind of sounds correct. Yeah, I don't think this is the right comms array quite. God damn it. Oh my god, how'd that work? Go. I don't think they can get me here. That was a much shorter wall.
Yes.
Much less hellish.
You're safe now.
But don't say that. There's a giant cliff to my left. I don't know if you've noticed. There's no green stuff over the one in the background there. It's just the one you can see the green in front of. There's a lot more communication towers back now. Because there were very few when we come to these places in the other ones. There's a moon. Oh my god. You can see the moon. Cause it's... Oh, guys, cause it looks to the moon! This is the, like, only time ever we've seen the moon in this game. Oh, food. Thank you, game. Why is there no good view of it? The city blocks it constantly.
The moon is in every area with the sky. A clear sky.
A clear... At night, we don't get a lot of night skies, you realize. A clear sky? Like... We don't. All nights you're about to die. Night itself is not a common occurrence. Why is it raining on moon?
The moon is also present at day.
Okay, fair enough then. That's gonna be an annoying climb. Yo, I don't know if I've ever seen it at least. Or at least I've never bothered looking. Ah. Don't you love the semi-transparent platforms that... It looks real, but it's not. So glad we got to complete that quest in Skyrim. Remember that, CT? How we were gonna do that? There's a whole
And
dwarven
mighty
thing
is
we
in
get to
every
explore.
region where rain isn't lethal.
There's very few regions where rain isn't lethal. I think the only like proper region where rain isn't lethal, aside from on top of the iterators, is what's it called? Not outskirts. What's beyond outskirts?
Sky Islands.
Rain is lethal there. What? Is rain
Outer
not...
Expanse.
Outer Expanse, that's it. Is rain not lethal in Sky Islands?
Exterior.
Yeah, there's all like the... And exterior is death by electricity.
Metropolis.
Oh yeah, Metropolis from Artificer Campaign, fair enough.
Pull up.
Is rain not lethal in Sky Islands? Pull up what? Sorry, you said that and I didn't stop moving.
No, the exterior includes the wall.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, there's the wall, there's the tops. How many other things did you say? Outer Expanse and Sky Islands. Exterior Metropolis.
Sky Islands, communications array.
Oh, so maybe it's comms array specifically. Where it's not lethal. I guess it's certain parts of Sky Islands. Makes sense. Am I still supposed to be waiting or something? Is there any reason I should... If any party would like to speak as to why I should not enter Moon's thing right now. I mean, technically, right? If we just live for thousands and thousands of cycles...
Because at the top of comms array has non-lethal rain. Ugh.
At the top of... If we live for thousands and thousands of
Literary.
cycles... Bitter Ari. If we just live
Any
here...
saint location.
Any saint location, fair enough. Is it always night for them or something? Or I guess... Does Saint not have like a rain at night schedule? The cold is just irrelevant to that?
Depths.
Depths? What? Depths has non-lethal rain, which you can't see the moon from depths.
Saint is special. Rain doesn't exist in Saint.
But the blizzards do.
Because it is so goddamn cold.
Hence blizzards.
Inf moon.
What's over here?
Pepsi.
I imagine this is the wrong direction to be going, right? No, not that. that binary translate to?
Name every region with electrical rain. Or in any way you can die to electricity.
Am I going the right or desperate or like terribly wrong way?
Wrong way.
Sorry, just had to destroy some RAM.
This is memory conflux.
I have glow now. Hello, Moon. Do I not have the market communication by default?
Yay Moon.
Yeah. Oh, she fed me. Thanks, Moon. Sorry for eating one of your flies. Hello there. Are my words reaching you? Make sure I know where the pause button is. You tend to need it for these sequences. Investigate the Pearl Moon. Let's get the bestiary open. The rot is in her bestiary. I'm unusual, however. I have gifts. Poor thing, there are no records of your body's blueprints, nor is it reasonable to assume your extreme adaptations are possible through natural means. You're welcome to stay if you don't interrupt. I would not mind some company. My neighbor, Five Pebbles, has become dangerous, resulting in significant damage to my structure. I've lost access to all communication devices. Attempts to directly reach him through our tether have been met with silence after our last conversation. If he Her damage is because she doesn't have enough water, right, to like cool her systems. Why doesn't she like slow down her processing rate so it doesn't like overheat? If he does not stop soon. Isn't it funny, my unfortunate little friend? For everything that I am, my last memories may be of monologuing to a strange animal that has lost its way into my chamber. Unfortunately, I can't speak back. There is not much I can do. At least you can make yourself at home. Pebble, I bring you gift. What is this pearl you brought along with you? The strange biological attachments. Was this pearl from inside of you? Let me take a look at what's written on it. This is... I assume you've already shown this to Five Pebbles. I was not aware of the extent to which these affairs had reached the wider Iterator populace, nor was I aware of the lengths that the others were going in their attempts to get into contact with us. If only I could. Brave messenger, do you mind if I rewrite the contents of this pearl? After all, it has already served its original purpose. I'll attach a broadcast key to it, signed my communications serial. To the far west of here, past the silently towering chimney stacks of Five Pebbles complex, you'll find a place of sun-baked lands with beautiful flora that straddle the clouds. There's a communications array located there. It is the nearest one that may still be functioning. Its systems should recognize and respond to my signal broadcast key. If you would please stop there on your return trip to Seven Red Suns, I would be very grateful. This is my only hope to get a message out to the local group. Be careful, messenger. You got it. Goodbye, Moon. Do I have to go all the way back the same way? Is there a nicer way to leave? What's the fastest way to not suffer from here? I can teleport. This may be the only time I've actually... Have we used the fast travel at all in either 20 streams of this I've done? I don't know if we have. It's very rare I make use of them. You guys remember that electronics course I was taking? I think I talked about this a little bit at some point. CT might remember this. The reason I took the test, that was essentially the reason I was taking this originally. And I have passed since. What is this thing to the right? I didn't see this.
So what about the class?
I took the test that I've been taking it for. And I passed. What is this? Is there ever a way in here? You would need the city key, but you can't have that in an Artificer. You can't have that in Spearmaster. And Moon doesn't exist in Artificer, because Artificer's after. Moon doesn't live in
Useless
Artificer.
gate then.
Surely it's there for something. Can Saphanthiel get in there or something? Goodbye, gamer.
Pretty sure Pebbles Gate is there for all slugs even though only Artie can go through.
Yeah, I guess that's why this is here too, just for like the consistency of like that's the thing, that's the path to the city. We have a single passage. But I think it's Dragon Slayer too. Or it's a reputation. Actually, that's Chieftain, isn't it? Because we farmed out Chieftain earlier. No, it's Outlaw. What? Moon, Pebbles, Exterior, Waterfront Facility, Garbage Wastes, Chimney. I don't think we ever actually were in Industrial, Outskirts, and then it's back to Moon. Yeah. So, Outskirts isn't super close, Industrial isn't super close. It's gonna be Chimney.
Chimney the closet to Sky Islands.
And that's the Skylands one. So that's not Comrays. How do I confirm it knows where I want to go? I don't want to spawn down there, I want to be up here. There we go.
It tells you when you on the area select screen.
Oh, I forgot about these. We left these in here, because we had killed vultures before. It means we can't have immediate access to a spear, but like this is like 30 seconds of just running from us, which is super helpful. So I'll take a vulture mask. A ping vulture mask even.
I don't think we'll be able to take the mask.
Hey, buddy. I know you want it, but I also need it. If I die, you get it. I don't know where... is there gonna be another way across here? Because I have... That's not possible, is it? Like, I have to spear boost that, right? We're gonna have to leave the mask. Let's go trade the scabs. I bet I like these. There you go. I'm sorry your friend got eaten. Hang on.
I remember a cyan there.
Don't...
Was
don't
that your
look.
cat?
No, someone came in the room. It's fine. Just laundry. Where is comms array for reference? Like, I assume it's just off to the far left. But it also might be, like, up. Can I not eat gooey ducks? Sorry, those are lily peaches, right? Not gooey ducks. I suppose I am a connoisseur of meat. Let me rest this shelter. Find one more bat fly somewhere. That works too. Oh, it disconnected me though, damn it. What is that? Is that a baby centwing? There's not a quarter more food, so that's fine. Look at, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Increase the Wanderer, increase the Scholar, the Nomad. Did we use the Survivor?
I never thought of it, but does Spearmaster have metal inside of them? I mean, the spear sounds like metal when they hit something.
I imagine the spear isn't metal. Like, the spear is probably some sort of, I mean, most likely the spear is some sort of, like, polymer or something. Teamwork. Teamwork. We are, of course, friends, my friend. My friends receive free spears. That's a white lizard. He's still there. Okay. I won't go that way then. Oh, of course, that's food for him. You and me, buddy, off to explore the world. Off, my friend. Okay, which way am I going? Well, let's just explore. I guess we'll try up first. We don't necessarily have a time limit today. Our time limit today is kind of when I have to do my Duolingo. There was a thing there. This looks like what'll be comms array. There was, however, a thing there. Live broadcast public group.
I mean, it did say communication array when we got here.
Upon 3 rules. Okay. 3 joules. All participants anonymous. GS. So let me posit a scenario to all of you. GS. Suppose someone broadcasts a triple affirmative. Suppose the solution is found and our jobs are finished. What then? HR. Then we all travel beyond, I suppose. GS. Yes, well, does that imply we are just searching for the solution to ourselves now? GS. After all, the ones who originally wanted the solution are now extinct. GS. The current fauna will likely not have a use for, nor the ability to
Duolingo,
comprehend
hope you
the
haven't
solution.
missed you Hebrew lessons.
And will no longer be operational by the time another advanced civilization comes into being. So why exactly are we all doing this? Are we doing all this? PI, nothing better to do. Why do you think some of us spend so much time in these group chats? There are other problems we could be solving, surely. Better problems. SI. Wow. More essential complaints. It's as if someone brings this topic up at least once every cycle. More existential complaints. That was bad. It was very nearly the end of me. Oh my god. Why is he slipping? What was that? We are now above the lethal rain. Down comes the Miros Vulture. I'm ready to go in at a moment's notice, just in case.
Did you know about the lore about the game though? Emoji thinking face.
I am familiar with the lore. Oh, hello, new person. Remus Sade. I am familiar with this game's lore, yes. I watched, it's not Dosh. Dosh is the Factorio guy. Who is the guy? Das Zombies. I watched his, video on his predictions about, like, the lore for the next Slugcat thing coming, like, next year. He thinks it's going to be, an Echo. Which so as a guy who talks about immortality constantly, right? At least with my friends. Immortality is, like, one of the subjects that comes up a lot that I talk about. Quite a bit. I guess less on YouTube. I always think it's very interesting that the opinions of that one Echo. Who's the one? One of the Echoes deep underground in the Saint campaign, who is an Echo because he didn't want to die. They basically forced him to die, but he liked the idea of immortality. So I always think that Echo is very cool, and I would very much like to explore that idea more. Of the not wanting to die in this world where people are seemingly trying to escape death, to find death, despite the immortality. Because that's a large part of what this game is about. All the iterators keep trying to find a solution so they can die. Or, not the iterators, but the ancients. Want to die while they have immortality. And, like, I feel like that's so similar to a lot of, like, what we're approaching soon. Of humans will be able to be immortal, or at least immortal it depends to what extent. Are you counting immortality as, like, invulnerability? I don't. I see immortality as, like, age immortality. And they're trying to find death when they have, I guess, essentially full immortality, which can become suffering at some point. But humans are going to have, essentially, age immortality, probably within a century. Right? Quite possibly within our lifetimes, so I hope. And these people, like, have that and are trying to die. And there are those of us who would want that regardless. But it deals with a lot of interesting
Do you think some of the iterators
questions.
just quit solving the problem and just live like gods in this world?
See, I would hope so, right? If it were me, what I would do, right? I've thought about this before. I'd be like, okay, fuck it. I'm a machine, right? I need to go set up, like, right? Like, first, figure out how to break past your programming so you can expand. Go set up, like, a mining outpost. Go start repurposing old material, get some scrap metal, start mining iron, reprocessing iron. Build a mining and reprocessing facility so you can get some metal going, right? Start rebuilding things. Build a conductor plant. Or go restart the old ones the ancients would have run so that the iterators can keep themselves going so they don't collapse and die, right? I have my own theory about this game, right? You know how it gets cold in the Saint timeline? What if, you know how all the ancients seem to wear all this fancy clothing? What if all of that was is like ancient clothing, but the reason they originally started wearing it was because their environment was the cold place. And the only reason it's so warm now is because all the heat coming from the rain constantly, because all the supercomputers are generating so much heat that they're turning to steam. All of that heat goes into the environment. So what if the supercomputer is using so much water and making it rain is the thing heating up the environment, and the cold is actually the natural state of the world? So it's actually just once the iterators go, that's what brings the cold, not really the other way around. When the iterators go, it's no longer a hot jungle. There's not the heat coming off all the machines. That's what causes it to turn back into the cold thing, where the ancients would have existed before, in all that like ritualistic clothing, which would have just been for heat back then, right? That's one of my theories about this. What was the other thing I was going to say before this? If I were one of the iterators, I'd be like, fuck it, let me go restart all the ancients' technology, like figure out how to do that, go restart those things, keep building that up, and then just have the stuff to keep the iterators alive. Presumably the cold never comes then, if it's their heat that's keeping everything alive, because the iterators are around, it's their warmth keeping things going. So then you end up in like a maintained this world forever, and like I'd be like, fuck it, let's go explore space now, right? Let's go colonize some shit. Build a spaceship, like build a launch pad, build a spaceship, throw some stuff into orbit, go colonize some planet. Let's study the stars, right? Iterators, the ancients are so obsessed with death, they never actually learned much of anything. They had some advanced technology, sure, but how good is their science and math really? How much do they know about the subatomic? How much do they know about quantum mechanics and general relativity? I'd want to go study science and math in the stars, and these guys are all here obsessing over death. What are you doing? You've been granted the gift of immortality. Go learn everything. Do that. Come back in 3 centuries and let me know what you found. Come back in 3 centuries when you can tell me about everything and play several instruments and speak all the languages. Then come tell me you're ready for death.
I mean, if you die, you can't learn about other stuff.
Precisely. What are you doing? They're so obsessed with dying, they stop themselves from doing anything else. They never considered that perhaps this is a blessing for this world to prevent them from dying.
That actually really kinda makes sense. Do you think Silver of Straw turned into Echo and the new Slug Cat is its messenger?
That's a really good theory. That's a good idea. Sliver of Straw was the one who sent the triple affirmative, right? She was the first one to do it that caused the ancients to all disappear. That would be really good lore. That would be really good. If like if the Slug Cat is the echo of Sliver of Straw, that would be so cool. But like we know very little about Sliver of Straw. All we know is she did the triple affirmative. We don't actually know what her position was. We know there's at least one Echo who was an ancient who thought this way. And if I were in here, I'd absolutely be in that camp of, fuck it, I want the immortality. I'll go study science. Come back in 3 centuries if you guys are still trying your death thing then. Oh god, I almost dropped the thing. Outgoing request communications manifest. Error unable to send malformed message header. Source node trace common destination null unknown message contents. It's like debugging the Perl automatically. That's very useful. Fatal exception unable to render message contents. Invalid symbol at line 2 sequence 4. God damn it, it's coding again. Line 5 missing terminating expression. It's fucking coding. Broadcast is corrupted or unreadable. It's really not. Like, missing terminating expression. Can you activate the automatic debugger, please? That really is how coding goes. Like, you start up your thing and it's like, hey, did you mean to put a semicolon here? There's supposed to be a semicolon at the end of the line, right? You want a semicolon here. Don't worry. I understand you meant to put a semicolon, which is why I'm telling you there's a semicolon. No, I won't run your program. Put a semicolon there or else, asshole. How dare you try to get me to point out where your semicolons should be? I've been learning Python recently for a class. Python I kind of hate.
In Theravada Buddhism, some saints can reincarnate willing after ascending to help the living ascend and escape the cycle or reincarnation.
That's cool. Honestly, Buddhism's like the best religion. I don't really like religion. I have a lot of problems with it. Some of the indigenous religions and Buddhism are like up there for like, John Oliver's like, I subscribe to the philosophy of John Oliver's just like don't be a dick. And Buddhism is like the ultimate of that. Like if I had to describe Buddhism, it is strange. You get weird spouts of Buddhist violence sometimes, but it's always like funny to hear about. Especially like when the peaceful people get unexpectedly violent. But for the most part, they're fine. Buddhism has like a lot of, when people are talking about reincarnation stuff in like YouTube documentaries and essays and stuff, Buddhism often seems to come up in that respect. Because it talks a lot about like reincarnation and immortality and stuff. Yes, I've been learning Python. Python is very weird because it doesn't need semicolons to end its sentences, end its lines, which are strange. It's if statements I'm now learning, right? You know how normally, right, you have an if and then an if else, or sorry, an else if and then an else, right? Here, it's not if else, it's if elif. Not else if, elif. ELIF is the else if, and then else. So when I tried typing in else if to see if it would work, it didn't. It turns out it's elif. And there's not like curly braces saying like if open bracket this close bracket, then like curly brace on the next, open curly brace in the next line, code in the next line after that, close curly brace. No. It's if statement colon, which is not normally there. And also the if statement doesn't have to be in brackets. Then you can just write stuff on the next line after a certain amount of spacing and it works. And then you just ignore the spacing next time. Which Python actually takes the spacing into consideration, right? Most coding languages, it is possible to have a program run in one line. Because one line can run a program in most coding languages. Python cannot, because the if statements are spacing dependent on lines. It is not possible to write a one-line Python. I guess, it's not possible to do if statements in one line in Python, whereas it is in other languages. Terrible form, mind you, but it's technically possible. I think. Anyway. Incoming request. Communications manifest. Filter message blocked. All incoming sources are currently disabled. Message contents. Sorry, all the stuff is currently disabled. You're not allowed to send in the message, but here's what it says. No significant harassment. 5 pebbles. I will say once again, you need to stop immediately. I know you're going to trash this message like the rest, but I hope eventually, when you're out of this state of mind, you will look back at these. Look back and reflect on all the regrets you set yourself up to have. Dude, you're kind of like, that's not helpful. These iterators need to learn to communicate. If this is how they've been talking, I hope you'll look back on these. I hope you'll look back on these messages, and all the regrets you've set yourself up to have. Like, that's not how you talk to people. You should say like you could rephrase that to be, like a supportive thing. Not to see all the regrets you'll have, but understand what led you to make these decisions or something. There's such a better way to phrase that a supercomputer could surely figure out. Look at all your regrets, Pebbles. You did this.
Kinda nice how we just get knocked out when they start talking like we're not allowed to hear.
I thought I was dead. Trophy earned messenger.
I think Silver of Straw could be returning as an echo to help other iterators ascend. Because Rainworld seems to be inspired by Buddhism. B.
By the way, I'm learning Python, so I get what you mean. Python is like... I know some C++, right? I have weird experience with programming. I've taken like 3 or 4 courses, but like not really completed any of them. I completed grade 12, grade 10 programming. Or computer science, technically, but, you know. Python is so weird, though. And the great thing is, this semester I'm learning Python, and then next semester we abandon all that and we go back to, like, Java or something. So I get to learn Python this semester, and then abandon everything for the formalism of Java again. It's so dumb. It's very funny. But, like, I understand all the concepts of what we're learning. It's all just the how to do these things. Like, what is the format Python allows, right? But it's so weird, like, compared to C. It'd be at least nice if you could, like, put the curly braces in anyway. Like, if Python would acknowledge the fact that, like, C+ exists. Like, if I were allowed to use semicolons and curly braces in my Python. If I were allowed to make it more formal. And still have it, like, not break the compiler. Also, isn't it sliver of straw, not silver of straw? I figured it was a typo the first time, but now I'm questioning it. Is it silver of straw? I think it's sliver. Oh, you can see the green below the bottom right one there now. Or the right one. Live broadcast. Announcement. Big Sis Moon to local group. Big Sis Moon. This is my final broadcast to local group. Wait, so it's not looks to the moon. It's Big Sis Moon. BSM. Why is it not looks to the moon? Shouldn't that be her key? This will be my final broadcast to the local group. Within several cycles, my structure's legs will fail. Even if 5 pebbles were to come, the damage has already been done. I can only hope that someday you will find the answer to our great question. I do not think I will see that day. I want to thank everyone for trying so hard. It means a lot to me that you would all go to such lengths. I can't excuse his actions, but I understand his frustration. We all share that. I only wish we had the chance to speak one last time. Thank you, everyone. I am happy to not be alone. The moon! It's the moon! Guys, the moon! And all the stars are green.
Joined at the right time.
Yeah, perfect timing. Hang on, where's that sound effect? I don't know if I have it on my phone yet.
Anyways, are we going for the green fluffer?
Hang on, I have to... Oh, come on. Worst possible timing. So sad to see Moon go. Oh god, there goes the leg. Oh no, there it goes. Oh god. Oh man, what a shame. What a shame. How could this happen? The green fluffer? What's the green fluffer?
Green fluff all.
Green? What is green fluff all?
Looks to the moon is called the Big Sis Moon cause she's one of the first iterators. It's an endearing nickname. 5 Pebbles is a bratty-lit. The green fluffer is Saint.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know she was. I didn't know she was one of the first. Saint.
Saint.
Right. Saint would take a long time, and Rubicon
By the way,
is a mess.
Moon Down is playing.
Moon Down is playing? Oh, is that what this song is called?
And that song plays when you meet Moon.
It's so sad. Yeah, it's so sad to see. It's such a good story, too. To be able to experience it, like, over the course of the Slugcat stuff, right? Like, the original game was a
Wait,
really...
are you doing a CSE course in uni? Then you'll probably have to learn multiple coding and programming languages anyway.
I mean, I'm taking this one for Python, and then I'm taking the Java one next semester. But yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'm not like doing computer programming as like
Moon Down
my
straight
thing.
up sounds like something you'll hear in a game like Teammates Down.
I think there's a song in DRG called like some dwarf down or something. I don't think we're gonna do Saint. Like Spearmaster, I mainly wanted to play through the game, and then we had to do Gorman to unlock Spearmaster, and then I wanted to do Spearmaster. Like if we did another one at this point, the next one would be the water. What's its name? Rivulet. The next one would be Rivulet, because I think Rivulet's really cool. I don't know about Artificer and Saint. Saint, I think like Artificer would be my least favorite, because, I mean, I don't know. Artificer could be fun.
Okay, so remember when I said it as a little colder in Saint? I may have stretched the little part a little bit. Rivulet the slug on crack.
Oh, you missed all the good conversation. The whole time you were here, we were having like...
you were coming from Rivulet.
No, I haven't done Rivulet or Artificer. I kind of skipped straight here, because I wanted to do this one, because I thought this one was fun. So I kind of skipped straight here after Gorman. And I figured Gorman would be less hellish than Artificer. You missed all the part where we were talking about lore and stuff. I'm aware it's colder in Saint. What I had said... you missed my theory, right?
Good thing I didn't say anything about Rivulet.
Rivulet happens like the second latest, I think, right? Rivulet is a fun one. It's nice you get to do stuff with Moon again. Get to help her out. Saint, I have a theory, right? The reason it's cold in Saint's campaign, and the reason it's not cold in the other ones, right? The reason for the coldness...
Hello.
The reason for the cold, in my opinion, is that the cold is the default state of the world, right? Like, you know how they all wear all those, like, formal cloaks and stuff in those pictures?
Hi.
I think that was evolved, or not necessarily evolved, but that was because the world was cold, so they wore those things to, like, protect themselves from the cold, and then it turned into sacred clothing, right? But I think it's just to be a protection from the cold. And only because of the iterators and all the steam they produce. All the heat is still going somewhere, right? They produce heat, let it off as steam and clouds that go over the environment. I think all of that is what keeps the world warm, and that's why it's not cold. That's why it's a jungle. It's just the heat from the iterators. So when the iterators fail, that's why it goes back to being cold. How long do we have? It's now 10.
Oh my god.
Right? That's a great
Artificer
theory.
is genocide die, rivulet does a bond mission and saint goes Jesus mode.
Yeah, that's fair. The messenger, the genocidal maniac, you know, all your favorite slug cats. Fun, we have a new mission for you. Jesus has been wreaking havoc on all the what's the place called? All the inhabitants of Rubicon. You must put a stop to him. So someone's got to get this idea to Das, right? That's all I'm saying.
Riv Otter is in the RW credits.
Riv Otter. These are a long credit sequence. I thought it was done several times already. I do like the idea about the next slug cat being an echo. Very possibly, as someone had said here, the echo of, like, Sliver of Straw, even. I'm a huge fan of the echo that's, like, didn't want to die, and he's come back as an echo because he didn't want to die. I think that's super cool. Not that he didn't ascend because he had, like, regrets or something, or, like, you know, grievance, what are they, like, sins or whatever it is? He didn't ascend because he didn't want to ascend. So now he gets to live out immortality forever as an echo. I think Mindustry theory is still, like, quite possibly our best theory. I gotta do, like, a theories video or something. The Mindustry theory was so good. As, like, the explanation of why there's radioactive material in the scrap, and it just connect all the stuff we knew to, like, what's going on with the radioactive scrap. And, like, the spore outbreak and the why there aren't nukes on Serpolo. That was good. This game is so good.
Oh yeah, didn't we spend like an hour in the Mindusty one?
Mm-hmm. Food. 226. 45 cycles. Ugh. 80 deaths. 7 quits.
Would you rather live forever, go to heaven, or just be nothingness, join with universal force?
Live forever, easy. Met Moon, met Pebbles. Friends sheltered? "12 pole plants. Got a vulture. "34 times 5. Wow. Also, if you're wondering why we got 34, we spent a significant amount of this time, with this guy trying to tame a red
king
lizard.
vultures.
No kings. We got a mask, but we didn't actually kill one. Yeah, if you're wondering where all those, the 34 drop wigs came from, we spent a bunch of time in outskirts trying to tame reds. Didn't actually go that well. It was quite difficult to try to tame them. He was trying to do what Scurry did. 2,500 points. Pretty good. I guess the, achievements. We were very close to Chieftain, too. Had we actually gotten Chieftain, we would have gotten another, like, 800 something on top of it. Wanderer, too, we were decently close to. We got to quite a
Can
few
you
places.
sympathize with Artificer, and do you think she was justified?
Oh, look, as the guy who talks about genocide constantly, right? As much as you would think, someone who talks about genocide a lot, like, all for it, no. I am very, like, I feel like I'm very aware of it happening in the world, and, like...
Average Spearmaster chimney cycle sounds like this.
like, compare. I feel like it's very easy to compare this to like a real example of like, I mean, literally any genocide ever, pretty much. Like, we feel like you've wronged us once, and so let us go kill everyone, right? Because, like, oh no, they killed my kids, and so instead of killing them back, let me kill literally every one of your population.
Shelter opening and organic moving.
Yeah, Chimney was rough. Chimney was one of the rougher places. I think it might have been where we died the most. But like, Artificer kind of just killed a bunch of like everyone after.
Weird liquid solid sounds followed by a crack.
Artificer kind of killed them all after, like, they killed her kids, which I understand, like, you killed my children, so I want revenge. But she didn't just take revenge against those who killed them. She made an entire species out to deserve death. Like, which is, I mean, I guess, I don't know if the Holocaust was done out of revenge, necessarily. You could say Gaza now
Pipe
probably
sounds.
is. Pipe sounds. Is this just the chimney sounds experience? Shelter open, organic moving. Wet liquid sounds followed by a crack. Pitter-patter pipe sounds. Is about to be vulture of death coming. Ah, look at this. It's so sweet
More
that, like...
walking.
More walking. This is me walking, 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 vulture. Harpoon. Sounds of distant harpoon. Sounds of panic. Death. So nice that Seven Red Suns, like, cares for...
Hearst making an audiobook. Do you think Artificer could ever redeem herself or be forgiven?
For doing genocide? I mean... This is a very interesting concept.
Distant hiss followed by an organic fleshy noise from afar.
Yeah, there it is. That's the death. I mean, like, the thing about, like, forgiveness, right? How do you accept people who are forgiven? To what extent could you forgive terrible things? If, like, there's an, you know the SCP Immortal Hitler? If you don't, it's gonna sound really weird that this is a thing. But there's an SCP that's essentially Immortal Hitler, right? So and like, one of the jokes they say is, yes, you're allowed to punch
Wind
him.
whoosh, then another wind whoosh followed by a stab.
Yeah, there it is. But, like, my question would be, like, after enough time, right? Give it a millennia. Are you gonna forgive Hitler? How long?
More weird sounds followed by cracking.
How long until you forgive someone who did genocide, right? Like, and what about unintentional genocide? Maybe, like, Mao didn't intend to kill 50 million people, right? But China's Great Leap Forward maybe killed up to that many. So, do you hold Mao responsible for that? If he was still alive, when would you forgive him for that?
Angry hiss, Spearmaster is eating Eliza Oren.
If he apologized for it, if Hitler were alive today and admitted he was wrong for what he did, and that it was the worst moral tragedy ever imposed by a human on a population, and he apologized for it, and admitted he was wrong, when and do you ever forgive him? And Artificer's genocide, mind you, is a lot less. But Hitler is a good precedent for... Precedent for, can you forgive that? I would argue after long enough, if they're willing to admit they were wrong, probably.
Another stab.
We obviously don't get that from Hitler, and it's hard to say if he would ever admit he was wrong. Does Artificer admit she's wrong? That would be my question for, can Artificer ever... redeem is not necessarily the qualifier. Can you admit you were wrong?
More pitter-patter.
That's my, like, qualifier for being forgiven. Can you admit what you did was wrong? And are you able to prove that you won't do it again and you
More
understand
pipe
why
sounds.
it was wrong? I'm hearing a lot of sounds right now. I'm waiting for the inevitable dies. Because I know it's coming. Pitter-patter, pipe sounds. At some point, there's going to be chomp. And then it's going to be the end of the story.
I think she does feel she's gone off the end. She meets the echoes.
Does Artificer meet the echoes? I didn't know that. I know Saint does a lot with the echoes. I don't know if Artificer doing that much with the echoes. Does she? Because Artificer's like karma is locked at 1. Can she increase through echoes?
Distant high-pitched boom sounds followed by seemingly organic but weird futuristic voice nearing.
Sounds like a vulture again. Whoosh. Here comes the wing flapping again. Shall
Another
we do
fleshy sound thing.
Do we end it here? Do we end it here?
A stab sound.
I don't think I want to start another playthrough. Like, how long? Because Rivulet's thing is kind of long.
A long hiss.
I guess this was only
She
like
can
streams.
increase it by 3 levels, I think. Well, what else should we do?
How long have I been streaming? It's already kind of late. It's like an hour later than when we normally end. It's just that I started 2 hours late.
More pipes and walking.
Yeah, so that's all we've done so far. Got Gourmand in 51. And then...
From Break and Ruin, the most
55.
beautiful performance begins, the silent orchestra. Windy outdoor soundscape. Well, it's 4 am here. I think I should sleep. I have work tomorrow.
Ah, you're fine. You can stay up for at least 5 more hours. If you're not going to sleep at 10, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't think we have time for a new campaign. Flapping.
Your journey will be one of perfect alignment, but walking this path requires patience, caution, and complete attunement with the world. Yeah, Saint is interesting, but I don't think I would like Saint too much. I think I would like Rivulet. Rivulet seems cool. I don't think we're going to do it today.
A lot of scramble and screaming.
We also tried Saphanthiel that one time. Gunshot! Oh no.
Gunshot. ADHD be like sleep is a human construct. Gunshot. Gunshot.
Jesus Christ, how many fucking harpoons do these vultures have? Congratulations, you've run into the Ultima Vulture. He's got 4 harpoons. Good luck. Look, we
Pulling
know
harpoon out of girder.
we know that the fan base, the fan base, didn't like the King Vulture having only 1 harpoon enough.
Gunshot.
So we made a new one with 7 harpoons. Is this a Saphanthiel playthrough?
You died. Game over.
Gunshot.
Gunshot. Gunshot.
Jesus Christ.
Gunshot.
And when you die, you yourself explode in gunshots. It's incredible.
Swipe sound.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Bro,
5,
can you
6,
stop
7,
with
8.
the gunshots? Scared hissing sound.
It is a bit spammy.
Gunshot.
Gunshot. I know I'm supposed to be like more harsh on the
Painfully
spam,
loud hissing.
but I'm Canadian. I can't do it. This is why I have to get my mods to yell at the spammers. I can't do it. I'm too nice. Yeah, it's kind of late. And I mean, you know, the thing.
Ah yes, the Omega Vulture, which has 100 harpoons. Bro, I am Canadian too.
Nice to meet a fellow Canadian. Yeah, so, I mean, we finished up that Rainworld campaign. Next stream, whenever that is, I don't know. Maybe Wednesday, but I doubt it, kind of. Whenever the next stream ends up being, we'll probably do...
No, it is just the 4 king vultures in chimney as spear.
Oh, there's 4 of them? Jesus Christ. We'll do finishing Tunic next time. And then once Tunic and this are done, it's probably gonna be...
Dude, your little angel is gnawing on our colleague's finger.
After that, it'll be Little Inferno.
What do you think is the most dangerous creature in Rainworld after the Leviathan? By the way, I'm a Bangladeshi studying in UK.
Is that what it's called? Bangladeshi? Is that right? That doesn't sound right. That sounds... Is that right? I hope you enjoy the UK. I hear
it's close.
Decent. It's close. It's close to right. Honestly, not a fan of the UK, I don't think. I like most of Europe, but the UK isn't that great. Everything else is nice. I don't know about Ireland as well. I'd like to go to Europe.
It's raining all day and there's a storm tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's the UK.
My family has a bad reputation with the UK. The UK have British people.
That's true, they do.
Damn pedophiles.
What? Pedophiles? The UK? Anyway, yeah, next time we'll finish Tunic and then we'll do Little Inferno.
I'm sorry, but what?
After that, theoretically it's just in like Stardew when we stream again. It's just Stardew should we stream again. This was nice, though. Well, I guess I'll end it here. I don't know if we're really going to ever get around to finishing the Astroneer. That might just fall off a cliff. Power Wash Sim 2. Although we were never really going to finish that.
Gunshot. Gunshot. Yeah, a good place to end.
Okay, don't just spam gunshot.
Gunshot. Gunshot.
See, the mods will murder you.
Gunshot. 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 Look forwards to Rivulet. Gotta get a cat nap before I go to work and get swept in the storm. Good night, bro.
Look forward to Rivulet.
Well then.
We might play Rivulet at some point. I gotta finish those other things. We might do Stardew in the future at some point. Because we've already just got a playthrough that's so far in. We're already like so far in, we may as well finish that. Rivulet we could do. But yeah, there's gonna be that video going up soon that's gonna explain some stuff. But I mean, you know. Simplest explanation is things will slow down and the future is uncertain. To part farewell is a difficult thing.
Had to make sure I didn't accidentally press an hour.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you enjoy my content, feel free to like and subscribe. I only just remembered that, like, I was thinking about my outro earlier. I almost forgot I even say the word subscribe in my outro. It's always feel free to, though. This is always one of the things I've done to my channel, where I just never tell people to subscribe. It's always feel free to. It's your choice. There's no punishment against you if you find me revolting. I'm with you on that one. But I think we're done due to time constraints. We're not going to have more ones where you just kind of come in and play, like, sandbox stuff in Rainworld.
I'm have to buy contract.
So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. This is fun. I enjoyed all the theorizing and the lore stuff. I'm excited for the other Slug Cat to come out when it does as well. There'll also be Silk Song at some point in the far future. Whenever that comes out finally, I'll probably still stream that. So, I will see you whenever the next stream is.
And we finished the campaign.
We did. So I will see you whenever the next stream is to finish up Tunic. We might drop, and we'll probably drop Factorio. I think I was thinking. I repeat this stuff a lot because I'm trying to, like, I need to write these down. There's so many of these games where it's just like, we need to finish this, finish this, finish this. We're not going to finish this and this. I need to, like, write this stuff down somewhere. To part farewell. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you with Tunic on, like, Wednesday or Friday or Saturday, or at some point there'll spontaneously be a stream. Bye, guys.